What's good, y'all? This your man, Said Wines. You know what I'm saying? I'm back, Beatsbyced show. Yeah, man, I'm here, man. Hey, man, make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. I'm here, man. You know what I mean? I'm here. Here, you know what I mean? Here in the studio back again. All right, listen. Want to get right into it. You know what I'm saying? Well, before I get right into it, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like I said, beatsbyced.com. You know, you need them beats. You know, I'm still banging out these beats. You know what I'm saying? I got the merch and everything. Make sure you go to beatsbyced.com. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Please help this channel grow. Help me grow so I can help you grow. All right? There we go. All right? Yes, sir. All right, I had to do that little effect. All right, listen. This is what I want to talk about real quick. I want to talk about this. I said this on my Facebook page, right? You know what I'm saying? I said this on my Facebook page. You know what I'm saying? You go to Said Wines, right? You know, you can try to follow me if you can. But if you can't, if you're not friends with my friends, you know, so you're not going to be able to follow me. Sue me. Sue your boy, all right? I don't care. I know. You're not just going to be able to follow me like that. But it's all good. But I said this. I said that, you know, positive music does get promoted and market heavy. It don't get promoted from the black artists. A lot of the black artists that make positive music don't get promoted as much as the white artists. And this is no shade on to the white artists, right? And I definitely believe like the white artists that make dope, positive music, you know what I'm saying, should get promoted, heavily promoted if the music is great, right? They should. You know what I mean? But for some weird reason, when the black artists make the same type of music in the same genre, whatever genre it is, they don't get the heavy push like the white counterparts. They just don't. And, you know, because you see, like, it's always, you know, if you talk about it in a pop space, for example, right? It's always like just one or two black artists in that space, especially now. Like Lizzo is one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like Lizzo is one of them. I think she won, like, you know, best pop artist, I think. You know what I'm saying? Don't quote me on that. I might be wrong. But I know she won a couple awards for being there because she's a dope artist, right? You know, I know everybody talking about her weight and shit like that. We're not talking about that. We just talking about Lizzo, the artist, how dope she is, because she is a dope artist. And, you know, we always have one or two. You know what I'm saying? But apparently, you know, the white artists, you know what I'm saying, they get in that space very heavy. And in quite a bit of the white artists, they are great. They're dope in their own right. But for some apparent reason, you know what I'm saying, all my black brothers and sisters that's in that same space don't get the same push. And this has been talked about. This has been talked about for years. This has been talked about for years, right? So this is nothing new. So I'm gonna lay out like my 4 things, right? I came up with 4 things, right? Why they don't push black artists like they should. You know what I'm saying? That make positive music. Because the whole thing with me, the whole thing that's been going around, you know what? You know what I'm saying? They don't make positive hip hop. They don't make positive R&B. They don't make positive this. You know what I'm saying? All the black artists, they do. They make positive music. Because now it's this thing like, they don't promote positive music on the radio. Which is true. If you listen to the radio, a lot of the music is all right on the radio. Like, all right, it's all right. Sure, I was listening to the radio like the first couple of days recently. You know what I'm saying? When my girl came into town, and I was like, then they playing the same 5 songs. And none of them like was really negative. You know what I'm saying? I know they play like, you know, Sexy Red. I know y'all got a lot of problems with Sexy Red. They play a Usher joint, I heard. They played a SZA joint. And they play like 2 more other joints. But throughout the fucking 4 hours, they played the same 5, 6 songs. But we already know. We already know what time it is we already know, you know, we already know what's going on with radio. We already know. I don't want to just say that, but we already know. We already know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it wasn't bad songs. But if you go on to other stations like the pop stations, that you don't hear a lot of the black artists. And it's a plenty black artists who make dope, non-aggressive, non-violent, positive, dope music. They just don't get the push. For some bad reason, they just don't get the push. So don't tell me that, oh, ain't no positive music in hip hop. There is positive music in hip hop. But I'm gonna lay out my 4 things why. Probably why they don't. All right, so here we go. Here you go. Number 1. We all know racism. Racism definitely plays a part. And I don't want to get too in depth in it, whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm just talking like just mainly for the surface, you know what I'm saying, just to keep things going. You know what I mean? Definitely racism. I've heard many times that, I heard many times, my research or whatever, they're like some of the record labels, even in the movie space, right? Even the film space, you know what I'm saying? Why certain actors don't get certain roles, they will literally say, well, like white people won't listen to a black artist sing this type of song, which that's a goddamn, which we know that's a lie. We know that's a lie. There's plenty of white people that love hip hop. There's plenty of people around the globe that love hip hop music, and that will listen to positive hip hop music. Some bad reason, the guys that sit on the high, the guys that sit up on top, which a lot of them, are very lighter than me. They would say in their head, they would think like, well, my people won't listen to this. That's a goddamn lie. That's like a lie. So, racism has a lot to do with it. They some of the time they build in their head, think that, hey, they don't, hey, it's too many black artists in this space, so we gotta whiten it out, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Whiten it out or make it an even playing field because we want to see more white artists. Like, no, let the people decide. I don't care if you white, blue, black, or beige. The music is dope, it's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, the music is dope. You know what I'm saying? It just seems like, oh man, we gotta get one. And they push Eminem to the forefront like a motherfucker. Not saying Eminem is not dope, but they push him like he was like the great white hope or some shit, you know what I'm saying, to lead hip hop something, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, damn, there's other guys like him. Y'all not pushing these guys, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. It shouldn't matter the skin color. Let the music speak for itself. Who cares that Eminem was white, black, blue, or beige? You don't care. Like, who cares? Is this dude is dope? That's all that should matter. But some bad reason, the lighter folks that's lighter than me, i.e. white people, that's on these, that's on these record label boards, they think that, hey, we need one like in our culture. I you know what? Maybe I'm ignorant to the fact. I never heard a white person say, hey, we need a white rapper. We need a white rapper. I ain't never heard it. Maybe y'all need to correct me if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Correct me if I'm wrong. But I ain't never heard no white person that come out and say, hey, we need a white rapper. I think it just didn't matter. In my opinion, I think it just don't matter. It's the music dope. That's just what it is. So definitely racism definitely plays a part in this. Why, you know what I'm saying, black positive music, black artists that make positive music don't get pushed or get the marketing dollars as much as the white counterparts, the white artists, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like they just, it's like the guys that's making these decisions, they just don't want to see more black artists in the space. They just, I just want to push, white. Like I looked at it in the 60s, they still had like, guys like, Chuck Berry still performing at all white venues, and these white girls and white boys still coming up singing in the 60s. You know what I'm saying? They still on stage rocking and stuff like that. So you be like, wait a minute. So who said that that white people don't want to listen to the artists? They just vibing to the music. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you might have a couple of white folks like, man, this black guy up here singing. But I can guarantee the rest of them didn't care. The music was just that good. Who cares, right? But some bad reason, the guys that sit on top with the money, the white guys, they sit up there like, hey, man, we just need more white people in this space. All right. Definitely racism. Number 2, I'm a number two. Now this has been a problem too. Probably too that black positive music don't get a lot of shine, maybe marketing dollars. Probably because they don't, a lot of the artists in that space don't put out enough music. I said this before too, like, a lot of the artists, even, back then, like in the early 90s, coming in the 2000s, some of it that don't sign to a label, they in the independent space now. A lot of them don't put out a lot of music. Even some of the artists now, like, I can think about like guys like the J. Cole's, the Kendricks, Sci-Hi the Prince. I love Sci-Hi. That's one of my favorite rappers, right? Even Killer Mike to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? And I love Killer Mike. I just think, a lot of these artists, you know what I'm saying, like, they just that make dope, positive, authentic hip hop. You know what I'm saying? They just rap their ass off. You know what I mean? I think they just don't put out enough music. They just don't put out enough music. And I don't even want to get on the female artists, because a lot of female artists a lot of female artists that make dope, positive music don't put out enough music, in my opinion. I think they just don't. We don't see a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? We don't see a lot of it. And we don't see it consistently enough. We be waiting like 2 or 3 years for a fucking album to come out from a certain artist that we, like certain artists. I think Kendrick released his album. When this dude releases the last album? You know what I'm saying? Like Kendrick released his last album. I'm gonna look at it right now while I'm on the show. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look at it right now. You know what I'm saying? Well, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Yeah, okay. It was released last year, right? May. It was released on May 13th. You know what I'm saying? Last year. So it's been it's coming up about 2 years since he released his last full length album, right? Who else? Let's check J. Cole, right? And I think Kendrick is not signed to a major label at the moment. I think he's totally independent. Let me see, J. Cole, right? J. Cole, last album. Let's see, J. Cole, real quick, right? Was the off season. That was literally 2 years ago, 2021. You know what I'm saying? That was the last time. That was May 14th. Why in May? They released an album in May. Maybe I didn't look at it. All right, May 14th, 2021 was his last album. So it's 2 years, right? We had like Andre 3 Stacks haven't released a solo album yet. Big Boy, I think he released like 2 or 3 since. And Andre 3 Stacks didn't release no album. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, and of course these, and it's, of course, it's a lot of other artists as well. You know what I'm saying? That don't make, aggressive, violent type music. And a lot of these artists that the quote unquote trap artists or the violent, artists that make the violent records, whatever, shoot 'em up, bang bang, shit like that. They do release a lot of records, and a lot of them is not good. I can't listen to them because I can't listen to all that shoot 'em up, bang bang shit like that. I can't. I just can't. I can't give myself to that like that. But they do. I can tell you, like, those cats do stay consistent. They stay consistent releasing records on top of records. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the artists that make dope music don't put out a lot of records. They just don't put out a lot of music, man. They don't put out a lot of singles. They don't put out a lot of videos. They just don't put out a lot of content. So this also may be a reason why maybe record labels probably don't put the money behind artists that make, positive music. Even R&B, like, I don't, shit, man. When the last time, man, shit. When the last time even a dope R&B artist come out with that? Well, R&B is a little different. I ain't gonna get on R&B. R&B is a little different. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different. You know what I mean? Cause you gotta find songwriters. You gotta make sure the production right, singing right, voice. So it's a little different. It's a little different. So I'm gonna give R&B. I'm gonna give definitely rock. I'm gonna give those a little pass, cause especially with rock, and it's only a few black rock bands out there. It's only a few. You know what I'm saying? It's quite a bit of country black artists, you know what I'm saying? I see them starting to kind of get into the limelight, whatever like that. Like an artist like Dex, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dex, you know what I mean? Let me get a hand clap on Dex real quick. Dax, right? D-A-X, Dax, right? Yeah, you know, I see him, he does things consistently, you know what I'm saying? He's a dope artist, you know what I mean? And he came out with 2 good records. I think it was one called My Alcohol. It was one, My Alcohol. I don't want to get that wrong, so let me look that up. You know what I'm saying? It was My Alcohol or something like that. Yeah, Dear Alcohol. So Dear Alcohol was a dope record, and it was another one that he came out like right after that one. I forgot the name of that goddamn song, man. Oh my god. Shit, man, I forgot the name of the damn song. You know what I'm saying? But that was a dope record too that he came out with. Depression. Dear Alcohol and Depression both came out last year. Then he released another one called To Be the Man in April of this year. So, you know, he makes dope records. I don't know what label he signed to, but look like they did put some push behind that. But again, you know, a lot of artists that does make positive music, you know what I'm saying, they just don't put out the records. Probably why the label's like, I'm not gonna put no money behind it. You know what I'm saying? So all right, so we already got racism. We got the artist number 2. Probably don't release enough music. You know what I'm saying? Let's say number 3. I'm gonna say number 3. Labels don't know what they are doing. They don't even know what the fuck they doing half the time. Shout out to Dorian for Group 182. He said this is one of his YouTube videos that he released last year, and he was talking about kind of like the same topic a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And he said something about the Facebook ad library, right? Go to Facebook, type in Google search Facebook ad library. You know what I'm saying? And you can search and see what companies, or search and see what companies or anybody, right? You can search anybody to see how many ads they released that's running, right? They release how many ads, whatever like that, right? And you type in the record labels, you type in like Universal Music Group, Warner Music Group, or any damn record label. Motherfuckers ain't released no goddamn ads on Facebook and Instagram. And like these were like a lot of people hang out at. You know what I'm saying? Especially Facebook and Instagram. Like these like the 2 biggest platforms that actually a lot of people would really spend their time on. More than 20 minutes, especially Facebook. You got motherfuckers that spend like 20 minutes on Facebook. And none of these labels are running these ads. And number 2, if you got a motherfucker that's sitting on top of the chain would say, hey, well, I don't think white people would like this artist because he's black or because he's make this type of music. If a motherfucker say that shit, it definitely like, yo, this motherfucker really don't know what the fuck he doing. Like, so really don't know what they're doing. Like, they don't know what the hell they doing. If you got somebody like, i.e. Jagged Edge, I think one of the members for Jagged Edge was talking about it on the Beehive podcast, right? A while ago. He was talking about the Let's Get Married song, how the labels kind of like, I'm paraphrasing though, how the labels was not really pushing it to a bigger audience. And they probably was thinking in their mind like, well, they don't want to listen to this. They don't want to listen to this. You know what I'm saying? That's a song, a universal song. Like everybody in every color is get married. Why they not pushing this to not just black folks? What's pushing this to white people? Pushing this to Cuban people? Pushing this to Mexican people? Everybody getting married. Let's Get Married. That's a song that like that. Say why they got married. My bad. Let's Get Married. Let's Get Married. To sing. I don't know. I think I said why I get married. I don't know. That sounds like I said why. But anyway, I don't understand like why they not push. They didn't push that song. Like they didn't put a lot of dollars in that song. Right? Probably go back to racism. It's definitely not number 2. I said that, but it's definitely number 3. Like the labels probably just didn't know what the fuck they was doing at that time. You know what I'm saying? Shit, hell, if they not even running Facebook and Instagram ads, it seems like they don't even know what the fuck they doing. That's what it seems like. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give it definitely a sad trumpet on that shit. Because ain't nowhere in the world, like, Universal, Warner Music Group, EM1 if they still around, Sony Music, Atlantic Records, all these other big labels, they should be flooding Facebook and Instagram. How come the independent artists have figured this shit out? How come a lot of the independent artists and the independent labels have figured this shit out, but the major labels seem like they haven't got on? It's always the fucking music industry. We always the last to just jump on the shit. I just don't fucking understand. I don't want to get in depth to it. I just don't fucking understand this shit. All right. And number 4, this could be this should have been top 2. This should have been the top 2. Black people don't support it enough. I mean, I don't want to say. I don't know what to say about my black people. I just I don't know what to say about my black people, man. We be talking about, man. Oh man, the sexy red and you know, and man, why the sexy red getting all the shine, and why all the girls that make all the pussy songs and talk about this, and the guys that talk about kill, shoot 'em up, drug dealing and shit like that, why they getting all the shine, whatever like that? Why nobody coming out with the positive hip hop and whatever like that? There's plenty of artists that do come out with positive hip hop. There's plenty of artists out here who make dope, captivating music that's not about shoot 'em up, kill. I don't have a problem with the artists that make the shoot 'em up, kill shit, or the artists, on the level of a Sexy Red and who else is out there? The City Girls and the Trinas and shit like that. I don't have a problem with it. Or the Meg Thee Stallions or the Cardi B. I don't have a problem with it. They're entertainers. They find a way to entertain. That's how I look at it. I look at entertainment. It may not be necessarily my form of entertainment. Maybe I'm not listening to Sexy Red in the car. Now, I might want to hear her in the club somewhere if I'm out. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on the setting. But I'm not listening to Sexy Red or Cardi B, whatever. Depends on the Cardi B song. You know what I'm saying? I like Cardi B. So I'm not listening to them in the car. But that's just me personally. But what I'm saying is that, they're entertainers. But if y'all are complaining about, there's not enough artists that don't make that type of music, then you have to support it. There's plenty of artists, female artists, and artists period out here that's making it. Okay, i.e. the J. Cole's, the Kendricks, you know what I'm saying? Black people, yeah, we gotta put in more support. You know what I mean? You have artists like Rhapsody, shoot, Hope Trilly, shout out to Hope Trilly, you know what I'm saying? Let me get it. God damn it. Cannibal Bomb for Hope Trilly. You know what I mean? You got it. Quite a bit of artists. You know what I mean? That's on, especially female artists that's on that type of level. You know what I'm saying? My boy JK, you know what I'm saying? That don't make these type of music. And I just naming one. Of course you got on the main, you got like Cordon, I don't know if you go by YBN, but Cordon, Ghost Rider, shout out to Ghost Rider out of Miami. You know what I'm saying? My boy, man, come on, man. My boy Yoda. I'm just naming a few. I'm just saying, even on mainstream level, you know what I'm saying? You got like I said, Sci-Hi the Prince. You have artists like Sci-Hi the Prince, of course, the Killer Mikes. You know what I mean? You have these artists that make these dope music. They're out here. They are out here. Black people, we just don't support it. We support the bullshit more than the good shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we support the bullshit more than the good shit. And then we sit around and complain, well, why is Sexy Red on the radio or whatever like that? Why? Because y'all not even, we not supporting it. We rather support the Sexy Red in those type of artists more than the ones that's making dope music that's not talking about that. And again, it's nothing wrong with the Sexy Red. It's nothing wrong with the artists. Again, they entertaining. They making the content, and they make and I'll go far and say they making a content for a certain demographic of people anyway. You know what I'm saying? Certain different graphic of women where how we, you know, we can be like, yeah, this destroying our women, is doing this, is doing that. We can go in all that. You know what I'm saying? But they is making music for a certain amount, certain people that just want to listen to that music. I think what was making them crossing over to other medias or whatever like that is when they start doing podcasts and start talking and they start talking crazy, you know what I'm saying, outside of the music while they talking crazy in the music. And then we like, well, why this get more play on the radio and stuff like that? Again, just like I said earlier. But I'm not getting into that, but we all know what the fuck is going on, right? But again, my black people, we gotta support the positive music as much as the bullshit. Let's just even it out. We can't be sitting here complaining, talk about, well, the label's not doing this and label's not doing that. Granted, they play a part in it too. Well, there's a lot of racism going on in the music industry. That's why this is happening. Granted, that plays a part in it too. Well, when do Kendrick Lamar go put out another album? When does it? Granted, that plays a part in it too. Racism. The artists don't put out enough music that make that type of positive music. Labels don't know what the fuck they doing half the time. You know what I'm saying? And black people just don't support it enough. We gotta put more support in, all right? So that's my rant for the day. You know what I'm saying? Beatsbyced show. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, man. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. And hit the notification bell for your boy, right? If you're an artist, you know, listen to me, you know what you do, you know what I mean? If you know you need those, you know what I mean? You know you need those beats, man. You know what to do, man. Hit the website, beatsbyced.com. All right? And I'm gone. Deuces.